Welcome to Calcast, your Create International podcast. God Network News, where we give you a new perspective
on events happening in our world today.
This is GNN.
This is God Network News, episode 160. Welcome, GNN fans, to another episode of God Network News, the podcast that tells you what God's doing around the world. Not what CNN tells you, but what GNN tells you is going on in the world. If you're tired of listening to all of that crisis network news and you want to hear what God's doing, well, give us a listen. Greetings, God Network News family, to a new series of stories fresh from the field. These episodes are from an interview with Pedro, an amazing man who leads a large movement to Christ among Muslim peoples in Africa. Be prepared to be gripped in your emotions as you witness the incredible miracles that God is doing to reach the Yao and other unreached peoples around them. Pedro weeps as he recounts the stories of God's amazing faithfulness to transform the lives of thousands of Muslims and their willingness to give up their lives for the gospel. Over these next several episodes, you will feel that you're side by side with Pedro as he is using his mobile phone to do this interview. You may hear herds of sheep and motorcycles passing by as he recalls the miracles that God has done among these precious people. We know that you will be greatly impacted by the story of this movement. You and your family will be blessed and encouraged to trust the Lord on a whole new level.
We had a young believer, just a boy. He's studying at the school is standard 7. He comes from a poor family, and at the school, one of the teacher, he asked him so that he could come and stay with him and helping that teacher in cooking and doing domestic work, and while also he's studying. And he accepted. He went to stay, but by the time that teacher, he was changed the place now to go to work in small town, far away from our village. And he gave also a proposal to that young believer, that our brother. He said that, can you come with me to stay with me in town, and you will continue your studies there in town? He accepted. He went with that teacher. When he arrived in town, he didn't stay quiet. He started sharing the gospel. Even he was sharing the gospel with his teachers at the school.
That's great.
And 4 of his teachers, they accepted Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
And now they are followers of Jesus. So one of this trip, he asked me to go there and visit. I went there. When I met them, those teachers, they are learning with that young boy from the village. I asked them, what convinced you to with this boy? He said that yes, he is a boy. Also, he doesn't speak good Portuguese, but there is something special that he's teaching us.
That's great.
That special thing is Jesus. And when he's speaking about Jesus, it really touched our hearts. And that's why we want to learn more with him. And for you are coming, also it's a great encouragement for us. So I had the time with them and teaching and how to lead small groups, those teachings, and how to share the gospel with others, and those principles of DBS. And I had to, that week, to teach them. And they are keeping going in town. And who started is a village boy who just obeyed what he learned and obeyed what Jesus is teaching him. And others also, they are obeying and they are keeping going. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wow, that's really exciting. And so those were teachers in the madrasa, is that right?
Yes, those people are Muslims. Yeah.
That's really something. Yeah. Not just Muslims, but they're Muslim teachers.
Teachers, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's so exciting, Pedro. Really exciting. Yes. Do you have any more stories? I'll sit here for an hour and talk to you.
Okay. Yes, I have stories. This that coming back to that our brother that the one received the gospel in that meeting of our sister. In that meeting, which she said that I will never go back again. I will continue following Jesus. And his brother asked, "Can you tell me?" And now he received the gospel. Now is the leader of the movement.
Right.
In his village, something happened the day when he went to be baptized.
You're listening to God Network News Podcast with your host, Cal Curtis. Look up our website at godnetworknews.com.
When he went to baptize, some people of his village knew that he went to be baptized. The people from his village, they gathered, they said that we want to chase him away because we don't want him in this village. They went to his field. They burned all his crops.
Oh no.
Everything that he had produced in that year, they burned. When he came back, he found everything in ash.
Oh, no.
He had no food. He had nothing. He called me. I went to visit him. I had no answer for him. I had no solution for him. I just asked him, "What are you going to do?" He said, "Brother Pedro, these people, they burned my crops because it's the way for them for me to come back, to deny, to stop following Jesus. But for me, I will never go back. I will continue following Jesus."
Amen.
Because I will never, what I found in Jesus, I will rather to lose my life for Jesus.
Mm.
Even today, if they come with a knife to put on my neck, I will never, never give up in following Jesus. So I will
Amen.
continue to follow Jesus. And
Wow.
indeed, he stood firm until today. He's strong and faithful and a humble servant of God following Jesus
Amen.
until today.
Did they ever find out who burnt the field?
Yes, 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 yes. And some of them now they are followers of Christ.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know the first thing they had to ask forgiveness for.
because also he chased a first believer. He was in that village.
Wow.
He was one of them chasing believers in their village.
Wow.
But now also he is facing the same persecution.
That's
But now
oh my goodness.
he said that no, I will keep, I will never give up. And
Wow.
he's serving the Lord. He's working in his field. All something also special. All this movement that we have, all these local leaders, all these church house leaders of the house churches that we have, no one is receiving salary.
All right. Wow.
No one. Yeah. No
So
one
the
is
Lord is
receiving.
the Lord is providing for them.
Yes, the Lord is providing for them. Each one is working while is serving the Lord, while is being obedient to Jesus.
Mm,
Yes.
that's great. That's amazing. That's the way it should be. You know,
Yes.
and especially in the Western church, they can't understand that. You know, it's, and because of that, they tend to, in missions, sometimes put that on the people that they're trying to reach. Oh, you must have a salary because you're a pastor or something like that. And it just makes the people dependent upon them. And that's not
Yes.
good. And it also
Yes.
slows up the work because people
Yes.
are hindered, you know. I can't do this because I have to get my check or whatever. And
Yes.
this way, the provision comes from the Lord. And so they see it all as the same thing. God is providing. It seems like quite a number of those people are farmers as well.
Yes, are farmers.
So when they work and they produce things, then some of the things that they produce, they can eat and they can survive on that. And
Yes.
also selling it, you know, in the markets.
Yes,
But
because here agriculture is economy for here. Because here there is no company, people they live from agriculture, from farming. So they
Right.
need to farm so that they can have their food and even income.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's amazing because then it's also you know, people can't say, oh, this is a foreign thing and the foreigners are paying for it. That's the only reason why you accept Jesus is because you get money from the foreigner. They can't say that.
Yeah. Yes, no.
Yeah.
No.
So that's powerful.
And I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy. Because
Yeah.
in Africa, people are more dependent, depending from outside, and that is not healthy.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider donating to help us continue to bring exciting stories fresh from the field. Visit our website at godnetworknews.com and select the PayPal link on the right side of the page, or consider becoming a Patreon partner to receive access to more valuable materials exclusive to our members.